Hi, welcome to the second part of today's debate. Our topic for this part will be works programs. Unemployment is certainly the worst part of a recession and is an issue that really needs to be fixed. Paul Krugman has been arguing that more stimulus spending is required to spur job creation. He has been arguing that the new WPA, which was originally created for the New Deal by President Roosevelt during the Great Depression, would be the best way to stimulate job creation. Common projects performed were highway, road, and street projects. Also, people worked on public buildings such as the Dock Street Theater in Charleston, South Carolina, and the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, California. Also, public libraries were improved, especially in South Carolina. So let's start this off. To solve unemployment issue, having the government create WPA-style work programs has always been an idea. Why do we or do we not need these work programs?
We do need works programs. It is more cost effective to create WPA style jobs. The unemployment rate is currently 9.6%, which is absolutely outrageous. And by relying on the private sector to create jobs by giving them tax cuts, there's no guarantee that they will actually make these jobs. Whereas if the government created works programs, these WPA style works programs, there would be a guarantee that these jobs would be created.
I don't think we need works programs, though. If we do lower the taxes on these businesses, it is very likely that they will create new jobs to support their companies, to run their programs more sufficiently. And the private sector is more efficient than the public sector because legislation to create these WPA programs is going to take a very long time. It's not definite that they will go through. So we need to leave the field of job creation to the private sector because it is more time and cost efficient.
Yeah, paying workers to do these WPA-style jobs is the same as collecting unemployment benefits. So where's the incentive to work? People will just sit at home instead of going out and contributing to society.
Unlike collecting unemployment benefits, when you're working with a WPA-style job, it gives you self-respect and something to put on your resume. Also, when people are working for their money, they're more grateful, and so they go out and they spend their money more. And the companies that they spend this money have more money to invest in workers creating new jobs.
To carry through with this idea, though, or anything involving works programs, you're going to have to raise taxes for those currently working to create jobs for the unemployed. How is this fair if the people that are working and paying their taxes have to pay more taxes to create jobs for these people that are not even paying taxes?
Right, this is especially unfair since these workers are paying so much less taxes than everyone else, and it's because they're in the lowest tax bracket.
Yes, but it actually is more fair to everyone because the wealth reaches more people. Also, the poor people will spend their new income faster, and this will help them. This will get them to invest in businesses, and then those businesses will eventually be able to create more jobs and raise their wages. So it'll get around to everyone in the end.
Well, even though the money may come around to everyone in the end, these are still make-work jobs. They're not even actually needed for society.
If the government really wanted to invest this money, they should invest it in private businesses, which are much more efficient.
It is more than just make-work jobs because we're rebuilding aging infrastructure that needs repair. We can still see the results of the works programs from the New Deal. For example, the National Park System. These jobs, like road repair, need to be done anyways, so the government should pay unskilled workers to do them. The only way these projects will be done currently is if they're labeled as emergency status. So none of them will get done. So we need to create these jobs so that these projects that are waiting, that need to happen, will actually take place.
This sounds a lot as though if the government's just going to take over and control everything. So we want to create these large projects if we want to create these large projects and employ most of our unemployed.
Even though the government would be paying people for these works programs, they would not take over the entire planning of the economy. We are still leaving the vast majority of the economy to the private sector, so it's not like central planning at all.
Okay, those are all good points. The American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009 was signed into law on February 17, 2009. This stimulus provided $82.2 billion to preserve and create jobs and promote economic recovery. Ruth, in your opinion, was this a good decision or not?
I think this was a really good decision because not only did this provide jobs to the unemployed, but it also provided job training, which will help those who are currently unable to find jobs because of not being fully qualified. This job training will also make our workers more productive, which will help our economic recovery.
I still think it would have been a better idea to save this money, give it to the people in tax breaks, and it would be better just to keep creating the jobs with the private sector. It would have been more efficient, and I think it would have helped get the economy going again.